We now go from Johann Strauss to Richard Strauss. No relation, I can assure you. And their music is very different. And we go to Strauss's tone poem, Till Eulenspiegels Lustige Streiche. Till Eulenspiegels Merry Pranks. Now, a tone poem is a genre of music that Richard Strauss, R. Strauss, really pioneered and helped to define. And it's normally a work, a symphonic work, using an orchestra in one movement that depicts some sort of extra musical character. So Strauss did something on Don Juan, Don Giovanni, for example, and this one about Till Eulenspiegel, who was a German folk character, a German folk hero of sorts. He was a trickster and he was a prankster and he got up to all kinds of humorous mischief. And Strauss was a master orchestrator. In fact, he wrote an entire book on how to use the orchestra like a painter might use a palette, and the way you could mix colours, blend different instruments together in different registers, high or low, to paint characters, to paint situations, and to paint scenarios and emotions. In any case, he starts off with this little motive, this little musical melodic idea that is meant to depict once upon a time. And that starts proceedings. Now, Till, our famous character, Till Eulenspiegel, the prankster, has two main themes. The first one you hear in the horn. And you see how it goes low at the end. It's quite low for a horn. It's quite funny. It sounds a little bit vulgar. So it really goes through the whole gamut of the horn. It's very, very agile, but it's also funny at the end. Ba, ba. And then he uses the high clarinet, the D clarinet, to depict Till sort of sniggering. And these themes come around and around, and in fact that sniggering theme is taken from Once Upon a Time. Strauss uses these and other themes to depict different episodes in the adventures of Till. When he pokes fun at the clergy, for example, we get this very staid, almost hymn-like chorale tune in the low, the middle-voiced violas. It's very proper, and of course, Till makes the most at making fun of them. He also falls in love and tries to woo a girl, and there's a very seductive violin melody you hear. Until she rejects him, she spurns him, and he absolutely loses it, and the whole orchestra explodes. He goes on a horse ride through the town, knocking everything over. He annoys some academics. He played in the reedy, wheedly, rumbling low bassoons. And eventually, it all catches up with him, and he's hung. You even hear him being hung. Such was the master orchestrator Richard Strauss. He's hung and his neck snaps, and there's pizzicato strings depicting this snapping of the neck. Pizzicato means plucked. The strings are being plucked. The D clarinet screams like Till would scream, and he dies. But of course, the Once Upon a Time theme comes back in the distance, and it suggests that Till's wit, Till's energy, and Till's laughter and humour will never die. Thank you for joining me for another week of COVID Classical. It's a playlist for you after all. So please press the like button, press the subscribe button so you know when the next video comes out. It also helps us get to more people. I encourage you to leave your thoughts in the comments of anything you might want to hear, any emotions you might want to explore, and I look forward to connecting you next week to a new episode of COVID Classical, the playlist for our troubled times, where you get to hear some of the most sublime, exciting, and inspiring classical music ever written that will talk to our emotions. So until next time, keep the music playing. Bye.